Hello students, welcome to Sayar Sanskar online classroom. Today we are going to learn about political administration of India, but in a different way. I hope you find it interesting and unique as it includes cartoonic environment. So let's begin it.
Introduction. The Government of India, officially known as the Union Government and also known as the Central Government, it was established by the Constitution of India and is the governing authority of a union of 29 states and 7 union territories, collectively called the Republic of India. It is seated in New Delhi, the capital of India. India is a democracy. Before its independence, its future leaders chose the liberal democratic system as the administration system of India. On 26 January 1950, India declared itself as a republic. On this day, the Constitution of India came into force. The government comprises of 3 organs: the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. The executive is headed by the President, who is the head of the state and exercises his or her power directly or through officers subordinate to him. The legislative or the parliament consists of the lower house, the Lok Sabha, and the upper house, the Rajya Sabha, as well as the president. The judicial has the Supreme Court as its apex, 21 high courts, and numerous civil, criminal, and family courts at the district level. Nominally, the head of the country is the president, under whom all executive powers are vested, but the real administrator of the country is the Prime Minister. After the national elections are held, the President calls the most suitable candidate to form the government, known as the Central Government. Normally, this candidate is the head of the largest party in the Parliament. In case the government resigns because of any reason, the President can call some other candidate to form the government. The President can also declare, according to government advice, new elections and, if necessary, an emergency state. The President has the right to be updated about crucial government matters and other rights like giving amnesty to prisoners, etc. According to the Constitution, elections are to be held once in every 5 years unless the Lok Sabha dissolves earlier, or on the other hand, emergency is declared, and in such a case, Parliament can continue for another 1 year. Indian Parliament. India has a parliamentary form of government based largely on the Westminster system of the United Kingdom. The legislature is the Parliament. The Indian Parliament consists of 2 houses: the lower house called the Lok Sabha and the upper house called the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha. In the national elections, candidates are elected to the lower house. The candidates are elected in the territorial constituencies. There are 543 territorial constituencies. 2 members from the Anglo-Indian community are nominated to the lower house by the President. The law which obliges government officers to reserve 15% for scheduled castes and 7% for scheduled tribes also exists in the Parliament. At least 22% of the Indian Parliament members belong to these 2 communities. In the past few years, there was an attempt to frame a law to allow 33% reservation for women as Parliament members. Rajya Sabha. The upper house, Rajya Sabha, consists of up to 250 members. Of these members, 230 are elected by state legislatures and about 15 are nominated by the President. Unlike the lower house, the upper house cannot be dissolved, but 1/3 of its members resign after every 2 years. Most of the parliamentary activities, passing laws, no confidence votes, budget bills take place in the lower house. The upper house, together with the lower house, amends the Constitution. These 2 houses together with the state legislatures also elect the President. State government. The states have their own legislatures. Some states have 2 houses and some only 1 house. The lower house, where most of the legislature activities happen, is called the Vidhan Sabha. The state elections are held once in every 5 years unless the state government is dissolved earlier. In these elections, members for the lower house are elected. Constitutionally, the figurehead of the state is the governor, who is appointed by the President according to the advice of the central government. The chief minister is the leader of the majority party in the lower house. After the state elections, the government calls for a suitable candidate to form the government. In general, the governor has more legislative powers at state level than the president has at national level. The governor can call for early elections in the state or fire the government if he thinks that the government has failed or is unstable. In the federal relations between the state and central government, the central government has more authority on state matters than the state government. For example, the central government has the right to redistribute the state borders without consulting the state governments on this matter. If the political condition in any state is not stable, the union government can call on the president to declare president's rule in that specific state. Then the government in that state is dissolved, which means an emergency rule is declared, and sometimes if necessary, the army is called to manage that state. The state legislature has three main functions: A. To make laws for the state; B. To control the finance of the state; C. To exercise check on the executive. State judiciary. It has a high court and lower courts. It is a part of the single judicial system for the whole country. The High Court. The High Court is the highest court in a state. Its presiding judge is called the Chief Justice. There are a few more judges. The President of India appoints the Chief Justice of a High Court on the advice of the Chief Justice of India. For appointing as a judge, a person must be a citizen of India and have enough experience as an advocate. He gets pay and allowances and retires at the age of 60 years. The High Court considers the appeals filed against the decision of lower courts and gives its decision. The High Court supervises the work of the lower courts and gives them directions. The lower courts. Every state in India is divided into districts and tehsils. Every district has a district judge. It is the highest court of the district. Under the district court, there are magistrates. There are magistrates of first, second and third class. The sessions judge hear the criminal cases. Besides, there are sub-judges. The revenue court hears the revenue cases. All the courts are under the High Court. The court punishes the lawbreakers. States and their capitals. State capital. 1. Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad. 2. Assam, Dispur. 3. Bihar, Patna. 4. Gujarat, Gandhinagar. 5. Haryana, Chandigarh. 6. Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar. 7. Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. 8. Karnataka, Bengaluru. 9. Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. 10. Maharashtra, Mumbai. 11. Manipur, Imphal. 12. Nagaland, Kohima. 13. Odisha, Bhubaneswar. 14. Punjab, Chandigarh. 15. Rajasthan, Jaipur. 16. Tamil Nadu, Chennai. 17. Telangana, Hyderabad. 18. Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. 19. West Bengal, Kolkata. 20. Himachal Pradesh, Shimla. 21. Meghalaya, Shillong. 22. Tripura, Agartala. 23. Sikkim, Gangtok. 24. Mizoram, Aizawl. 25. Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar. 26. Goa, Panaji. 27. Chhattisgarh, Raipur. 28. Jharkhand, Ranchi. 29. Uttarakhand, Dehradun. Union Territories, Capital. 1. Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Port Blair. 2. Chandigarh, Chandigarh. 3. Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Silvassa. 4. Daman and Diu, Daman. 5. National Capital Territory of Delhi, Delhi. 6. Lakshadweep, Kavaratti. 7. Puducherry, Puducherry.
That's for today. In this video lesson, we study about various topics. Some of them are different level of participating in the democracy of the country, level of government, laws and the government, type of government, democratic government, state and union territory and their capitals, and many more. So that's for this video session. We will next meet in some another session with some other topic. Till then, stay safe and healthy and have a happy learning.